It's only fitting that on X Series 17, we have a true homegrown star trying to entertain in his own backyard. But standing in his way is a polarizing figure coming off of a 40-second knockout. Ben Williams versus the mechanic, Warren Spencer, at the 3 Arena live on DAZN. Gentlemen, welcome in. It's great to have you here. How are we? Let's start with Warren.
Well, that was a fantastic introduction, my friend. Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
I love it. Ben Williams, how are you doing, sir?
I have to agree with Warren, mate. That was an energetic intro. Oh, I will say one thing. You are incorrect on his previous win. Pretty sure he lost his last one. Didn't win. And he'll be losing his next one as well, so just put that out there straight away.
Let's expand on that. So the Dawood Savage fight, of course, 40-second knockout, Warren. He's saying you lost your last one. Was there a fight in between that I missed?
I mean, I don't know. Ben must have been dreaming because according to my box rec, my last fight was Dawood Savage, so must have just been one big dream.
What about Frimpong, is it? Crypto finally. 3 weeks ago now?
Don't know. No, it must be some nobody, mate. Don't know what you're talking about.
Must be a star loser, so.
Maybe it was his twin. Maybe it was the Warren Spencer twin. Either way, Ben, let's ask about your last fight, the decision over Fez Batista. Walk me through how you feel about that performance several months removed.
Yeah, so obviously Fez, probably the best opponent I'll get on Misfits, to be fair. Ex-pro, sparred with Devin Haney, trained by Roy Jones Jr. Great boxing experience, you know. Went in there on a 3-week training camp. Not gonna lie, Ben, was partying the whole time leading up to it. Got a late call up, and I said, fuck it, why not? Take the chance, and went in and skilled him. Picked him apart, too fast, too strong, and it's just gonna be the same way in this next fight. I don't think anybody in this Misfits thing can beat me in a way. Just let's be real here. So if I can beat Fez, I'm gonna beat this Warren guy too easy.
Warren, I want to ask, did you get the chance to watch his fight with Fez Batista? What did you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I watched the Fez Batista fight. I think I watched it just the once. I was a little bit confused, really, because he came out with this crazy sort of like bouncy style footwork. I don't know where he got that from. It wasn't from Conor McGregor anyway. Lasted about 40 seconds. Then I think he got back into what his real style is, which is just this, crazy barrage of punches. Not really too much accuracy or any thought behind the style, in my opinion. I think he's got a very beatable style. Is he good? Yeah, I think he is good. And listen, I respect Ben. I think he's a good kid. But I'm gonna do him a favor. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wear my best aftershave. So then when I go in there and whoop his ass, I smell gorgeous. In fact, Ben, I'm gonna make more of an effort for you than I have any one of my birds in my entire life.
There you go. That's just, I just gotta say that. You're not a real fighter, mate. Fact. You are just not. You're all just pretty boy, and you're all about the image. I know I'm a gorgeous bastard as well, but I'm definitely prettier than you as well. But I'm gonna whip you around at the same time. To be fair, mate. Looking at you, like I only watched a couple of fights, a couple of sparring clips, and mate, you can tell a real fighter, and you can't. You either have it, or you don't, and you certainly do not have it. Fact.
Listen, mate.
There's no dog in you. You can just see from watching you. There's no dog, and you need to have that. And I can just see like you are not a real fighter. As I said, you have it or you don't.
Bro. You'll see that I'm a real dog. You'll see I'm a real dog with a shot.
I'm going to take you into this.
My chin's been tested, brother. It's been tested. If you think you're knocking me out, you're dreaming, son.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? First round, I'm not going to show you the real Ben. Just play with you. No problem. Second round, I'm going to pick you apart so fast. Every time I hit you, I'm going to say, gotcha. I'm just going to make it a laugh out of you. Trust me. So just remember that in your head. Gotcha. Every time I catch you, boom. That's where it's going to go.
I want to expand on something, Warren. It'd be great if you could educate us on your combat sports background, maybe training history, for those that aren't aware.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, there's one thing for certain. I haven't got as much experience as Ben. He's a well-seasoned amateur champion. It's common knowledge. My sports background. I must have had, I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 unlicensed boxing fights. I went in and had an MMA fight recently, just last year, and then I've only really started taking the boxing game seriously over the past sort of 12 months. I lived a very intense business life, which didn't allow me to focus all my time on what I actually wanted in life. I wanted to build resources, be a man, be a provider. But now I'm in a position where I can focus fully on my boxing. You know, I have that luxury, and that's where I'm at now. And look, this fight for me it's a dream come true. It's on a fantastic stage. It's against a formidable opponent. It's against someone which, by the way, I don't think has fought anybody that's actually given him a real fight yet. You know, I think he's fought a bunch of sausages, and I'm going to be the real test for Ben Williams. That's what I truly think. But look, my career again, it's been stagnant. You know, it's not been consistent. And the fighter that you saw me 12 months ago, I'm not the same fighter that I am right now. I'm in the gym every day. I'm sharpening my skills, and I think I'm going to take it too, Ben. You know, I really do.
Ben, when you hear,
go on.
Yeah, when you hear words like that from Warren, what's your impression?
Do you really think I'm going to let an Englishman come into my country and beat me, Ben, on a serious note? Into my hometown? Fuck off, mate. You're winding me up. And even more than like the mindset you have, even saying that you haven't got as much experience as me and you hadn't got enough time to train and whatnot. You are broken in the mind. It's not like, just, there's no doubt in my mind that you know yourself, I am going to whip you around.
Warren, I'm curious what your expectations are from Ben in this fight, right? He's clearly very confident. You've already mentioned some thoughts on his style, but what is the expectation from Ben Williams?
You know, I think Ben's going to bring what he does to all of his fights. You know, he's a very intense fighter. He has a lot of energy. He'll come forward. I know for certain he doesn't like fighting on the back foot, so that's something that we're going to see. We're going to see Ben have to come through that in this fight, and you know, we need to see if Ben can fight backwards as well as forwards, because all we've seen him do is come forwards like a lunatic, you know, in his previous fights. And look, I want to make myself very clear here. I respect the talents and the skills of Ben Williams. You know, I really do, and it's not something that I'm going to take lightly. That's for sure.
You won't be taking them lightly at all. You'll be feeling them heavily.
Look, I've got a company in Ireland. People don't know this. I love the Irish people. You know, the culture, everything about it, and
we don't really like the English, to say the least. If you know the history about Ireland and England, we don't take it lightly. And I'm not going to let no Englishman come into my country, into my stomping ground, and try to beat me. Why?
Well,
I hope.
According to BoxRec, Ben Williams, I'm from Ireland, so who's making the real home debut?
Not a chance. I'm claiming you from my country. And I don't think anyone else of the population will either. Fact.
Maybe, okay, so maybe on BoxRec you are identified as Irish, but Warren, how does it feel maybe to go into his backyard, right? This is enemy territory for you.
Yeah, look, it's obvious here, Ben. I'm the B side. Look, I'm coming into Ben's back garden. It's going to be a big. All of Ben's wild, crazy fans are going to be booing me. You know, when I come do the ring war, they're going to be shouting things at me. But look, that does not faze me whatsoever. I've had naysayers come at me my entire life, and what do? I'll go out there and I'm going to nick all of his fans and I'm going to beat him up in his hometown. That's what's going to happen.
Delusional. The fella's trying to be an Irishman. Like, why do all English people claim to be Irish? What is it? Mad.
I'm going to come in there.
I'm going into my hometown and getting knocked out in my home city, and everyone's going to laugh at you and bill you back out when you walk out with a sore head. That's where it's going.
I'm curious, Ben, sort of same question, but on the opposite side of the coin, you getting the chance to entertain in Dublin, in front of the friends and family. Talk to me about what that moment's going to mean for you.
Mate, unbelievable. Like, talk about it into existence. The last fight after Fez, straight away when I got interviewed, I said, mate, run it back in Dublin. Let's go. KSI, Conor McGregor. I know that didn't happen, but listen, I'm on it now. And to have the family and the friends there and all the fans from Ireland is crazy, you know, and we just can't wait for it. Like, not
pressure,
even the fact that
what's going to happen. He's going to shit himself when he walks
pressure for tours, mate. I don't feel pressure. You're winding me up. When you look like me, but you live a life like me, how can you have pressure? Performing in front of 20,000 people weekly. Boxing since I'm a kid, mate. No such thing as pressure for me. I've done it all. I've lived it. You are not a real fighter. I'm a real fighter, real champion. I do this shit weekly. Facts. No such thing as pressure for me, mate. Doesn't exist. I live it.
I wanna dig into some things that you've said about each other. Ben, you've called Warren Andrew Tate's puppet. If you can elaborate on that for me, I'd appreciate it.
But what else is he known for, really? What, like, can you tell me one thing, Ben, what he's known for? Bar a few influencer fights and being friends with Andrew Tate. No, you can't. There you go. There's your answer.
Well, I'm staying neutral. I'm staying neutral on this one.
Listen, the fist with mouth closed doesn't get caught. Fair play, but there's your answer anyway, yeah?
Warren, what do you feel about that?
I'm going to be known for punching Ben Williams' lights out in his hometown. That's what I'm going to be known for.
Delusional. Oh, you
Now-
can wish me, boy. Yeah, I hope Andrew Tate still takes you in as his mate after you get panned down on the canvas, bro, because it's going to be embarrassing for you. Fact. I still hope he does. And if he's there ringside, I'll give him a shout out, because I don't mind fighting him next for a couple of mil.
Look, Andrew's got no business fighting young kids that are 20 kg lighter than him. He's out there trying to make young men strong again. He's not going to get anything from punching Ben Williams' lights out. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, no, I actually don't care.
There's more chance of me fighting Conor McGregor than there is him fighting Andrew Tate. That's a fact.
Oh, God, mate.
Warren, with that being said, though, Ben really suggesting he's going to knock Andrew Tate out. How does that make you feel? Do you think Ben could accomplish that?
Definitely.
Look, man, if I came to Andrew and said, listen, there's this kid from Ireland that wants to have a fight with you, he'd just be like, bro, what am I meant to do with that? What's he gonna? He doesn't need more money. He doesn't need more fame. He doesn't need any more. There's nothing that Ben can give him that he's gonna accept. You know, he'd have a better pay-per-view fighting himself.
Fair. Now I want to keep it with you, Warren. Is this the name that you wanted for your Misfits debut? Is Ben Williams the guy that you said he's got the target on his back, and I want that?
No.
Yeah, look, there's been some to and from with the media here, and I want to make this crystal clear. I said this in an interview yesterday, right? I asked for Ben Williams. There was no, hey, Warren, do you want to step in because Jarvis is a sausage and he's pulled out? He won't fight. He won't fight. It was, listen, I want to fight Ben Williams Misfits. Can you make that happen? And originally, I got declined because they were trying to matchmake Ben and Jarvis. But then Jarvis, the pussy, first champions and never defend his belt, by the way, doesn't take the fight. And then now the stars have aligned for the mechanic. And I got my wish. The dreams come true. Now I get to fight the guy who I always wanted to fight. So let me just be clear.
I tell you what, when we finish with you, you'll never be able to fix a car again in your life.
But I retired fixing cars 10 years ago.
Is that where the name comes from, the mechanic, from past occupation as a car mechanic, or?
Yeah, I was a mechanic for like 10 years, bro. And listen, the reason why I quit being a mechanic is because I'm a shit mechanic. If I continue being a mechanic, bro, right, people would be dying. There'd be wheels falling off cars and shit down the motorway if I was still a mechanic. So I quit being a mechanic, and now I punch faces for a living. That's it.
Well, you must be shit at everything, bro, because you're a shit mechanic and a shit boxer, so fuck me. You want to get good at something.
And I want to ask Ben, that's the Jarvis opportunity and that championship moment was something that it seemed like was being built. Obviously, that didn't occur. Are you happy with Warren as a replacement for Jarvis?
Mate, I was just happy. I'd fight any man. I don't even care. Like, when Jarvis declined that, I wasn't even surprised. And then I just wanted to fight. And then his name popped up. I said, go, to run it. First name that came into me, that got sent on, I said, yeah, go. I don't care. We do not give our bollocks. Give me a fight.
Now, in sort of general impressions, I want to ask, Ben, you've made a few comments about Warren. What are your first thoughts on him, seeing him here now with the Versace robe and the Ali poster behind him?
Look, as I said, Ben, you can live this shit or you can talk. Like, I grew up over here at Dublin in a rough area, and I know this fella comes from a good background. And I was growing up fighting on the weekly, scrapping on the streets for nothing. You know what I mean? Till I got into a boxing club and kind of calm myself down. Like, you can't buy that shit and you can't act like that. You know what I mean? That's just, you cut from a different cloth. And me and this fella do 100% not on the same cloth. Yeah, cut differently. And he acts like a real fighter. And he knows himself he's not. Like, you know what I mean? Coming into the game late, it's not meant to be. And he knows himself he's had to get himself into a deep hole here. And he's going to get taken to deep water. And it's going to be a long night for him. Right.
Warren, what's your response?
You know, Ben's got an opinion. Everyone's got their own opinions in life. And I think deep down, you know what you are and what you aren't. I know I'm a fighter. I know that when
You're
I get
not a
in that
fighter.
ring,
You're literally
right?
not a fighter.
When I
You know
get in
you're
that
not.
ring, right? I'm one of those freaks that's got a granite chin, right? You can rock me, you can knock me down, but you ain't ever knocking me out. That's it. And there's proof online of that. There's proof of me getting hit clean on the chin and just getting back up, you know? So he's gonna have to kill me in there, and that ain't gonna happen.
That's what I'm gonna do. Literally, it's gonna have to happen. Yeah. How do you get knocked down in the fourth round of Chalmers? Like fourth round, and it wasn't even a clean shot. Straight to the canvas. Now you got up and all fair play, but when you get caught sweet off me right on that chin, it's gonna be a long night for me.
If you want to talk about knockouts, Ben, I mean, you're walking around saying that your knockout with Dawood was cleaner than mine, but considering your career path and how much you've accomplished in your amazing
There you go
amateur
again. Back
and
to
now
me being having
professional
more
career,
experience. Like, this is how shook you are.
you
You literally just
well,
keep saying I have more experience.
you should have dealt with him in 20 seconds, but you didn't. It took you what, a minute and a half, and your knockout was the sloppiest knockout I've ever seen. He wasn't even knocked out. I shut his lights out. It was like a light switch. Clinical
Mate, the
footwork,
fellas got ragdoll.
movement, precision right hand. Shut his lights out. So, you know, I know, Ben, you know what? Hats off to you, mate. You talk a big game, but we'll see. We will see what happens. We will see what happens in the night.
Last question I got for both you gentlemen. Some predictions for August 31st. Ben Williams, we'll start with you. How do you envision this fight going?
Yeah, I'm going to take the fourth round as more of a buzz than on. Take in the crowd cheering and play around, suss him out, and then that second round, he's going to come out and it's going to be a different character, and he's not going to know what hits him. Seriously. A different demon, different animal.
Fair. Warren, how do you envision this
I'll
going?
end it there as well in the second if I feel like it. Not come out.
And Warren?
What was that? Sorry, is it my turn?
Yes. How do you envision this fight going?
I think it's going to be a shootout. I really do. He thinks he's going to put me away early. I think he's going to be sadly mistaken. I think this is, this fight could go anyway. I think the first person that gets cracked with a big shot, it'll be the beginning of the end. But there's no one in this fight, mate, that's an idiot. You know, you've got two good contenders. I think again, Ben's never really been tested. He really hasn't, and I think I'm a fantastic fighter for him to see if he is who he really says he is.
I love it.
I don't think that's true. But anyways, yeah. Go ahead, Benny.
Ben Williams disagreeing all the way to the end. I love it. Ireland versus England fans in the 3 Arena will absolutely be invested in this clash on X Series 17. It's Ben Williams versus the mechanic Warren Spencer live on DAZN in Dublin. We'll see you there August 31st.